The importance of running a great Session 0. Part 1. The negatives of running a campaign without a Session 0. Running a campaign without a Session 0 can have several negative consequences. Without this crucial step, the players and the Dungeon Master may lack a clear understanding of each other's expectations, leading to potential issues and conflicts down the line. Here are a few examples of the negatives that can arise. A. Lack of cohesion. Without a Session 0, the players may create characters with conflicting goals, personalities, or alignments. This can result in constant disagreements and tension within the party. For instance, imagine a campaign where one player has created a pacifist healer character while another has crafted a bloodthirsty warrior. Such conflicting character concepts can lead to frustration and hinder the progress of the story. B. Mismatched expectations. Each player comes to the table with their own set of expectations for the campaign. Some may prefer a lighthearted and humorous adventure, while others crave a dark and gritty narrative. Without discussing these expectations beforehand, the DM might inadvertently create a campaign that fails to satisfy the player's desires. For instance, a DM who prepares an intricate political intrigue plotline, only to find out that the players were expecting a hack-and-slash dungeon crawl, can lead to disappointment and disengagement. Part 2. The negatives of running a poor Session 0. While it's better than not having a Session 0 at all, a poorly executed Session 0 can also have negative consequences. When the Session 0 lacks structure or fails to address important topics, the following issues can arise. A. Miscommunication. If the Session 0 lacks clear guidelines and discussion points, important aspects of the campaign may be left unaddressed. For example, if the DM forgets to mention that the campaign will feature heavy player versus player conflicts, it can catch players off guard and lead to resentment or frustration. B. Lack of character integration. In a poorly executed Session 0, the players might not have the opportunity to discuss their characters' backstories and find ways to interweave them into the campaign. This can result in a lack of investment and connection between the characters. For instance, without discussing their characters' relationships, two players may end up with characters who have conflicting histories or reasons to distrust each other, hindering cooperation. Part 3. The positives of running a great Session 0. Running a well-planned and effective Session 0 can greatly benefit a campaign. It sets the stage for a harmonious and engaging experience by addressing potential conflicts and aligning expectations. Here are a few examples of the positives that can be achieved. A. Shared vision. A great Session 0 allows the DM and players to discuss and establish a shared vision for the campaign. They can collaboratively decide on the tone, themes, and style of the adventure, ensuring that everyone is on the same page. This shared vision can enhance immersion and create a more cohesive storytelling experience. B. Character integration and collaboration. A proper Session 0 enables players to share their character concepts, backstories, and motivations. This allows the DM to incorporate these elements into the campaign, creating personalized story arcs and opportunities for character growth. Moreover, players can find ways to connect their characters, forming bonds and relationships that enhance teamwork and role-playing interactions. C. Addressing expectations. In a great Session 0, the DM and players have the opportunity to openly discuss their expectations, desires, and boundaries for the campaign. This ensures that the adventure caters to the collective preferences of the group. For instance, if a player has a strong aversion to horror elements, the Session 0 provides a chance to establish those boundaries and allow the DM to tailor the campaign accordingly. In conclusion, running a campaign without a Session 0 or conducting a poor Session 0 can lead to various complications, such as conflicting character concepts, mismatched expectations, miscommunication, and lack of character integration. On the other hand, a well-executed Session 0 fosters cohesion, shared vision, character integration, collaboration, and addresses expectations, ultimately contributing to a more enjoyable and immersive campaign experience for everyone involved. Here is something we heard at the DnD table. Once upon a time, in a world filled with mystical wonders and treacherous dungeons, there was an inexperienced dungeon master named Big Mike. With very little experience, Big Mike was excited and ready to become a master at crafting epic adventures. However, even the most seasoned DM can sometimes stumble upon unexpected challenges, but Big Mike was ready to take on the challenge. One day, a group of eager adventurers approached Big Mike, requesting to embark on a new campaign. The DM, thrilled by their enthusiasm, agreed to start the campaign right away, without holding a session 0. Little did he know that this decision would lead to unforeseen complications. As the first session began, the group found themselves in a small village plagued by a mysterious curse. Each player had created their character in isolation, unaware of each other's backstories and motivations. With no prior communication, the party lacked cohesion and a shared purpose. The rogue was a ruthless thief, while the paladin championed justice above all else. Their conflicting beliefs and goals quickly led to tension within the group. As the campaign progressed, Big Mike realized the mistake he had made. The lack of a session 0 had left important issues unaddressed. The players had differing expectations, and their characters' conflicting alignments and goals threatened to tear the party apart. Disheartened by the disarray, Big Mike decided it was time to rectify the situation. Gathering the adventurers for a proper session 0, Big Mike sat them down and facilitated an open discussion. He encouraged each player to share their character's backstory and goals, as well as their personal expectations for the campaign. The group discovered common ground, identifying shared objectives that would unite them. They agreed to set aside their individual differences and work as a team to overcome challenges. With a renewed sense of purpose and understanding, the campaign flourished. Big Mike took the time to incorporate each player's backstory and motivations into the overarching storyline. He crafted personal quests and challenges tailored to each character, creating moments of growth and development. The rogue, once a lone wolf, learned the value of trust and friendship. The paladin found ways to champion justice without compromising the party's cohesion. The proper session 0 had transformed the campaign into a harmonious and immersive experience. The players grew closer, their characters forming deep bonds of camaraderie. They laughed, they cried, and they cheered each other on as they faced formidable foes and solved intricate puzzles. The campaign became a cherished memory, leaving a lasting impact on the players long after the final dice roll. Big Mike had learned a valuable lesson through this journey. Starting a campaign without a session 0 could lead to unexpected complications, hindering the cohesion and enjoyment of the players. However, running a proper session 0, where expectations were clarified, goals were aligned, and characters were interwoven, had the power to elevate the campaign to new heights. And so, Big Mike continued his DMing adventures, armed with the knowledge gained from this experience. He vowed to never underestimate the importance of a session 0, for it was the foundation upon which great campaigns were built. We hope you take this anecdote into consideration the next time you join your friends on a campaign. Feel free to leave a comment below with any questions, feedback, or requests for stories we've heard at our DnD table. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for joining us today here at Heard at the DnD table. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell. And as always, thank you for being you.